All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Twins Talk Therapy. I'm Aaron,
And I'm Adam.
and we are identical twins that talk anything therapy related, whether it be massage therapy, athletic training, physical therapy, or manual therapy. We both own our own businesses, and welcome to our channel.
Yeah, welcome. And we're going to talk today about low back pain and a couple things you can do to decrease low back pain. And one thing that's going to be a common theme in our videos as far as pain relief is going to be eliminating sugar, particularly refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup. You'll be amazed if you try to cut that stuff out of your diet, how much inflammation is decreased in your body and how that directly correlates to decreased pain.
Yeah, and so roughly 80% of Americans experience low back pain at some point in their life, so it's something that's very common. I myself have dealt with low back pain since I was a teenager, just some sports injuries and that. But one of the best things you can do, other than cutting down the sugar or cutting out the sugar as much as possible, is limit the amount of time sitting. Sitting has been gaining the nickname of diabetes type 3 because the human body was just not made to be in a sitting position for a long period of time. And unfortunately, to the lives that we live today, a lot of us are stuck in a seated position, whether it's at work or just sitting around too much, looking at our phones, looking at our devices. And we need to get up, get moving, and stay out of that seating position. So, what else do we want to do?
Well, another thing you can do is low back exercises, maybe in a physical therapist assistant. We'll show a few of those low back exercises that you can do. And then thirdly, we're going to talk about some alternate applications or modalities. Today we're going to focus on rock tape, which we can apply to the low back to help decrease pain. It's more of a neuromodulation type of effect. We'll show you some exercises and we'll show you some taping techniques. So here we go.
All right, so I'm going to show you three quick exercises to do that you can do in the morning and the evening. A lot of times doing them in the morning helps loosen that low back up so you can kind of get your day going and not have that back aching too much on you. So we're going to lay down. You can either do this on the bed or on the floor. And the first one's really easy. You're just going to drop your knees to each side and just kind of rock back and forth. This is just doing some low back rotation and helping loosen the spine, those rotary muscles in the low back. So you can do 2 to 3 sets of 10, and 1 rep is on each side. Okay. The next one we're going to do is we're going to do low back pelvic tilts. So the way we do that is we tuck our tail, and I always tell my athletes to press the small or the low part of your low back into the table or the floor or wherever. So you're just going to tuck your pelvis and push your low back in. And then you can just go back to neutral, or you can kind of give a little bit of push and arch that low back a little more. But you want to do it just to comfort level. You don't want to arch your back too much if it's going to cause you too much discomfort or pain. So 3 sets of 10 there. And then the last one we're going to do is a bridging technique, and this kind of gets those glutes fired up. So with your hands down by your side, you're going to have your feet kind of nice in a good position below you. You're just going to kind of tuck that tail to initiate the lift, and then you're just going to squeeze your glutes and push your hips up off the table or the floor or the bed, wherever you're doing these. Again, you can start with 3 sets of 10. If that's too much, you can do 3 sets of 8 and work up from there. But those are 3 simple exercises you can do in the morning to help eliminate your low back pain.
If you would like to tape your back for helping with pain, you could either see a practitioner, or you can purchase a small roll of rock tape for $20 online or so. We're not endorsed by Rock Tape at all, but it's just our preferred brand of kinesiology tape. But someone in your household could follow these taping methods pretty simply, and they come with a pamphlet of instructions in each roll of tape. So you first start out by just measuring the low back area, and we're going to keep our finger there. We have lines here that help see where your finger was. And if you just fold the tape on that line, then you already have a marker of the second piece of tape that's going to go on the other side. So you're gonna cut there and then just cut where you folded. And then you just want to round the corners so they don't snag on anything. You can just tear paper off the back end and you apply the end. And then that's why Aaron's hunched over the table here, because you want the skin on a stretch of the area you're taping. And you just do paper off tension. One side of the spine. Same thing on the other side of the spine. Paper off tension. And they don't have to be perfect. And then lastly, you'll just measure one little, call this an H formation. You're going to tape the cross piece of tape, measure it out around the corners. Then this one you'll tear in the middle. Fold the pieces of paper back. You're going to put about 50% stretch on this one. So you're going to take it to full stretch, back off halfway, lay down, paper off on the ends. How's that feel, Aaron? All right, we hope you enjoyed those 3 things you can do to help decrease your low back pain. Remember, try to cut out refined sugar and high fructose corn syrup. 2 was corrective exercises. And 3, if you have a therapist you can go to get taped, or you can also try to do it yourself. It's not too difficult, but if you don't feel comfortable doing it, find a therapist near you. And you can email us at twinstalktherapy@gmail.com if you have anything you want us to talk about. And you can reach us at our social medias. You can follow me at Goodrich Mile Therapy on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
You can follow me at AMG Manual on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
And you can also go to my website at goodmile.com.
And my website, you can check out about my business at amgmanualtherapy.com.
And that's all for today, and we'll see you next week.
It's getting dark, I feel the